Pokemon Presents just wrapped up. We're gonna be doing the analysis of the new Legend ZA trailer. This game's coming out late 2025, which means holiday, which is probably for the best solution. It just means that they also get more time to work on it rather than doing it early or like during summer. That's what people were thinking. Maybe we step into gameplay. So we're coming off of a train, which means that we are likely trainers from a different region, perhaps. Was there a train station in Lumia City? I think so. Now I will say immediately, I love the designs. First off, they're a lot more vibrant. Usually it would kind of be like, oh, you have your kind of like black, white, and but then also blue for the boy, and then red for the girl, red or pink. While that's still at play with the hat, they've added green, which not only makes connection to ZA, but also kind of when it comes to like, for instance, if you're thinking about like park rangers or like people that are usually like working with the environment, they would typically wear green. So that kind of states that you're not just for like a trainer, but the design's pretty much kind of showcased through colors of the fact that hey, you are that you have some tie to the environment that's around you. I also think that the character designs kind of move more into the line of that what was it that legend that not just the X and Y already had, where like the trainers just look older. So, and I mean, this kind of work would typically be done by an adult in the real world. So the idea that it's also like an older looking trainer as well is also really cool. And that's the back of wait his. Let me see his jacket again. Okay, no. So the back of the jacket is just black. I can't tell if he customized anything or no. Black sleeve, black. Okay, yeah, no. That's just the back of it. All right. I can't tell what that is. What does that say on it? This is like N and D. Oh, was that not the Is that not the logo that's at the end? Maybe. Um. Let's see. Here, yeah. Is this the same logo or no? No. Okay. Very different logo. Completely. I was just misremembering the entire thing. Okay. Keep going. That Sliggoo thing I just saw. Okay, so Sliggoo, a lot of trains with different like skin tones. I'm really happy to see that, especially in like a city like Kalos, where it's kind of just so big. Like in an urban area, should be having like as many like ethnically diverse people as possible. And then you're also seeing a lot of different fashion as well, which of course just aligns with Kalos as well, because that's where we first got player customization. You're seeing like several boutiques, but like I think of the ones that have doors, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 boutiques right there flat out. So it's gonna be options for a lot of customization, I hope, in this game. Launcher, Furfro, which is, I think this is the first time that Furfro is in a Switch title. Sandile. Okay, so Tepig, Totodile, and Chikorita. So I did say this. I did say yesterday I said Tepig, Chikorita, and Piplup fans will be having a field day tomorrow. I was 2 out of 3. I will say I did a pretty good job. And I genuinely think that the reason why they did this is because Cyndaquil is the one that actually has a he has a Hisuian evolution, which means that they got nothing. So to update them with everyone else, because now the next for the next Legends game, it would be Oshawott. Oshawott would be getting something. And so then now you have a Samurai. You have not Oshawott, my bad. Snivy would be getting something. So now you have a Hisuian Samurott, a Tepig that can Mega Evolve, and then which would be really good for Tepig because Tepig is not a favorited fire type. But giving him a Mega Evolution will make him will like give a lot more attention to him where he was already kind of like in a deficit already. And then you have Snivy's going to get something in a future Legends game. So they're getting kind of their three separated out over time. And then it may be the case that the next Legends game would be what would it be? It would be Snivy. And because Rowlet was already used in Legends Arceus, it would then be Poplio and Litten for that next set of starters for the next Legends game. And then now you have the Gen 5 starters with something, the Gen 2 starters with something, and then the Gen 7 starters with something. And you're already set. Because the Gen 1 starters already have Mega Evolutions. The Gen 3 starters already have Mega Evolutions. The only ones that don't have anything are, at that point, would then just be the Gen 4 starters, I believe. I think. Yeah, I think it would just be the Gen 4 starters. Because they don't have anything. Which they could have used that opportunity with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl by just not making Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, but they already did. So I don't know what they would do in the future. But we already know kind of what the plan can be for the starters going forward. At least they may not do it, but I think that's what that would be the smart thing to do. Okay, so we're walking around. So Pokemon can not only walk around with you, which could kind of already could that be done in Legends Arceus? Well, no, not like this, where they're like literally walking beside you, because this was an issue that has been in Pokemon more Sword and Shield rather than Scarlet and Violet. In Scarlet and Violet, you can send out your Pokemon to attack other Pokemon. In Sword and Shield, you can have your Pokemon walk with you and follow behind you, but the thing is that they would follow so far behind because of their different speeds and type of stuff. But also they would just have a certain like not lag, but they would have a set period before they would actually start following. Having a Tepig follow right alongside you is kind of what we needed. Pokemon following right alongside you, trailing right behind you at a certain pace or at a certain movement to actually keep up, so that way they're actually following you like a partner Pokemon would in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And there's even going further with having Pokemon being able to sit down with you. So maybe you could like kind of in Pokemon and Me, they evolved that feature to being something where you can actually like, you know, treat your Pokemon, have it like your Pokemon eat a little tart with you at a table. That'd be really adorable. All right, so some battling. Funnelby. So you can attack and then catch for rather than just going full into battle. Oh, I completely forgot about this. So, so there's kind of platforming, but I kind of don't like they're using the Rotom phone for that type of stuff. I feel like it'd be more interesting if you could like ride a Pokemon up there with you and then just jump over roofs. Maybe you can do that later. But the Rotom phone kind of just being used for that type of stuff it just feels, I don't want to say lazy, but it just lessens the amount of things, the amount of options that you could have to just use Pokemon for everything. I feel like, or you take not lessen, but you're taking away the opportunities that could be used with a Pokemon. But granted, that's also more work for the developers to do, and then to decide which Pokemon to do it with, and then people being upset with which Pokemon you can and can't do it with. So I get part of it. So there's your rival. Right. So it seems like they will pick the Pokemon that is weaker, so of the weakest starter. Okay. Pyro, Lucario. We see Mega Evolution. Which that Mega Bracelet is not fully on his arm, but that's whatever. Doesn't really matter. So, and these are all the X and Y Megas so far. Nothing beyond that, as we've seen in this trailer. But so these, I don't remember the names. What is that in his? I don't think that's a Pokemon. I can't tell though. There's something though. And that logo looks so familiar to me. Oh, I think this was just if we go back to there. This is where we've seen the logo before. So this group is the people that are leading the redevelopment plan, which they probably said already within like the further breakdown. But yes, as we're going through it, these are people that are leading it. So you're probably working for these people, I would assume. We would need to see where they're located. That's the hotel. So this is AZ's hotel. Very interesting decision to make him a hotel manager. They didn't focus on anything Zygarde, which I'm not disappointed about actually, because that just means that they allude to certain things. But that, you know, the cells are around the place. So I think it's kind of just be like a Sun and Moon situation again. Where you're finding the cells around the region. Well, I guess more about around Lumio City. You're not going outside of Lumio City, which is pretty strange as well. The fact that it is a present day Kalos, but you're not going outside of Lumio City, even though outside of Lumio City exists, is a little weird. Maybe they're just not showing it here. Maybe because there will be certain things I truly wonder, because that is an interesting thing to do. If it's in present day, there isn't a reason. There shouldn't be a reason why we're not able to go outside unless something happened to the outside world. So maybe we just won't know that yet. Maybe.
Hall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas.
Look at the evolutions. That seems like. So I can't completely tell. But it looks like the logo on his head is the logo on his head is like a Pokemon with wings. It looks like a flying type Pokemon. So we'll probably be able to talk to him to be able to fly to different points within Lumio City. That's what I think it is. Just to like look at the comments real quick. Are they adding Megas for Typhlosion and Samurott though? And if so, are they giving it to their regular forms? I want to say no. Well, actually, it's possible because before like the whole regional variants came into play, the first generation starters got Mega Evolutions while not getting like, you know, another form. It is completely possible that Typhlosion and Samurott could get Mega Evolutions. The reason why, and I mean, you know, because I think will happen is just that I don't think it's just going to be the case that Tepig, Chikorita, and Totodile are getting Mega Evolutions. I think they're getting Mega Evolutions, but also getting final regional variants. And if they're getting final regional variants, I think it's going to be the case that that they are also going to get a Mega Evolution that is then connected to that regional variant, and nothing further than that. As in, like, no, their original forms will not get the original forms. Their original forms will not get the Mega Evolutions. For Samurott and Typhlosion, and I guess maybe potentially even Rowlet, they could also get Mega Evolutions. But I think because there's no reason for them to not do it. I think it just might be the case that with the focus being on different starters, it might just go to them. And then maybe in a different game they will get they may get those megas eventually. I don't like it, so it's not happening in this game, but it will happen later on. But whether it would be for their regional forms or their regular forms, I'm not sure. I'd not be able to. I don't know. It could go either way, really.
These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high.
So, as part of the urban redevelopment, as you can see, yeah, their logos is all across the like the scaffolding, which means that you're going to be able to not just like use those kind of like those jump platforms to go up the buildings, but there's also going to be like scaffolding stairwells that also lead you up there as well.
High-tech urban redevelopment plan.
So I guess this right here, this would be the holocaster, the holocaster being able to or holophone or holodeck, whatever it's called, now being like full on being evolved into being I guess like a whole like a full person body hologram, which may mean that because the holophone was Lysander's creation, I'm pretty sure, which means that this new team, the people that are planning the high-tech urban development plan, probably are related to Lysander, or just took on from where he stopped because he went crazy and shit. So it could just be that this is their of evolution from what he had done. That's what I would think.
Turn it into a city that people and Pokemon truly share.
Yeah, so Pokemon just being on tables, that's cute.
After you arrive in Lumiose City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner.
So this is the train station right here. I wonder how they're integrated, because as we see in the start of the trailer, they take the camera out of the train station, and this is right in front of the train station. So they do say, hey, after you sightsee in Lumia. So it's probably gonna be the case that you're going to whoever the professor might be. I don't think it would be AZ.
Partner.
But the fact that they showed AZ so early means that he's probably going to be a very big part of the story.
And Totodile. You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its inhabitants.
Oh, is that the
Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know.
That trainer class, like here, kind of reminds me of someone like the kimono ones, or at least based upon like the long sleeves. What was the name? I don't remember the gym leader's name, but I believe it was the fairy type gym leader from Kalos. So it's just a theater redesign.
Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter. When you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally, either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ.
You're staying at AZ's hotel, okay.
You'll also meet his partner,
right.
Floette. Lumiose's redevelopment is
Quasartico.
Being managed by Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny.
Jet and Vinny. I can't tell if her jacket is tattered right here. Oh, you can't see my cursor. But on the back of her jacket, Sycamore deck sealed. You mean B? The code looks like this. Whose code are you referring to? Does that mean the girl on the left? Her coat looks tattered. But I can't tell if that's supposed to be a logo or if that's like an actual rip in her jacket.
Artico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the
So Jet and Vinny.
Company CEO.
I want to kind of. She has a watch that could either be a Pocket or just a regular watch. There's nothing about their designs yet that really speaks to me in terms of what their motivations could be, other than the fact that they run the company. Beta the family gym leader from Galar. Oh, Sycamore. Well, where were you talking about Beat about? Who are you saying Beat looks like or has a similar jacket to? Because Beat has like a long type of pink trench coat.
CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny. The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer. To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive.
So, you're living at AZ's hotel. You mentioned someone earlier in the trailer. I was mentioning the trainer class. That was the trainer class that kind of reminds me of the fairy type gym leader, Kalos' fairy type gym leader. And with the fact that you're living at AZ's hotel, and I believe AZ's hotel had overgrowth on it, and the fact that this is the redevelopment plan, I can't yet see what what the conflict would, how the conflict would come about. But given the fact that Zygarde is supposed to be like an environmental balance, I would imagine that there may be a case where they may want to get rid of AZ's hotel for some reason that may cause a conflict within the story. But I genuinely can't think of why. Or it could be the case that, because they said that the game takes place entirely within Lumio City, but the fact that this is a present day game means that, like, this is a game that takes place in the present day. We're seeing Pokemon of different regions come here as well. It's present day. The technology has evolved from what was in X and Y. Outside of Kalos should exist. Now, what happened outside of Kalos after Lysander's whole fiasco, I don't know how they would have changed Kalos after that. So maybe there are going to be certain areas that we can visit, or like that type of Stonehenge area where that like what, the flower of life or whatever, the tree of life or tree of death that Lysander erupted, we would be able to travel to, and that has caused effects on Kalos. So perhaps perhaps Galactico's Quasartico's intent is to fully restore Lumio City as a beacon, a beacon for where people and Pokemon can coexist naturally, and do it, and then trickle that out for the rest of the world, or rather for the rest of the region. Maybe it's really hard to get an idea of what the reasoning would be for like why you can't go out into the outside. And I wonder what that logo on the back means. We've seen it anywhere. It doesn't seem to have any relation to Quasartico. Would have any relation? If you come out of the train station with that on, that means it's from another region as well. I genuinely can't tell what it would be. Not yet. Seeing cars around is dope though. We don't really see cars or any type of vehicles much in Pokemon, so just being able to finally see that type of stuff in the world.
If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to...
You're even doing battles on top of the roofs. That's dope. Ladders for you to climb, so a little bit of platforming while a little bit of like vertical not transportation, vertical exploration. More on foot vertical exploration, I would say, which is not, it hasn't not existed, but usually within a 2D presentation it's kind of like, okay, well, but usually the depths that they're making it have to be part of the environment seems further here than other games.
Longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
You might have to time protect perfectly as well too.
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks.
That's
Swap
really
Pokemon
cool.
if you need to, and find the right moment to unleash a move.
So within so even in trainer battles, you're going to get the notification of what move is being used on the right side of the screen, which seems kind of, maybe you'll be able to turn that off, because if you're already seeing it above the Pokemon's head, it's kind of unnecessary.
Gain the upper hand.
But maybe also just like, maybe they're putting it there to have like a visual indicator for like once that move has been done, you're still able to see what the effects are if you happen to forget. Wow, being able to stop a flame wheel mid. Oh. Hold on.
To gain the upper hand.
If flame wheeled into the spikes and then fainted and stayed there with the stars, that means that you can now actually have a Pokemon faint and then catch it, just like the anime. That's a change that I wanted to see in the series for so long.
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to.
Oh my gosh,
the right moment
that's great.
To unleash a move. What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution by undergoing Mega.
And so far, we've only seen X and Y Pokemon be able to do it.
When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a
Attacks
new
get stronger.
level of power, turning the tide of battle in its
It seems as if every attack just gets stronger. Oh, you have a time limit as well for Mega Evolution. It says your right in your right corner, there's a time limit. So I'm not sure if that's turn limit but no, it seems like it's constantly ticking down. So your time limit is constantly going, so which means that you have to really get shit going while you're in your Mega Evolution. The fact that wild areas are within the city makes me think most of the game will be in the city. The fact that this is present day, unless it's temporal, where it's like an Arceus may have maybe no regional Pokemon. Well, so the reason why I'm not completely sure is because you could potentially you have to analyze the character design and the monster design for this really well. But if you look at the Mega Evolutions between X and Y or RS, how different they are in terms of the way the ones that Mega Evolutions from Kalos, from the that were originated in Kalos look like, and the ones that they originate in Hoenn look like. And if there's a difference there, you could potentially argue that the Mega Evolutions themselves are those regional differences. So it's possible that they might not actually do evolution regional differences, like the final evolution is a different Pokemon. But it is also possible that they may say that the Mega Evolution are like those type of the substitution for regional differences. Which means that they don't kind of have to like the design like two different Pokemon, which would be like, oh, here is a new regional variant evolution, which means a new Pokemon design, and then also Mega Evolution for that same regional variant as well. You're kind of creating two evolutions right there already, which probably already be a lot for Pokemon that has already existed for a while. You might not even want to take that Pokemon that much further. But I think it is very much still possible to see regional variants because, again, this is a second trailer. The game's coming out late 2025. So that means that within 6 months, we will be seeing the game again. It's going to be a while before you see this game. I genuinely believe that. Then 6 months maybe. It's possible that in April we'll see it with the Switch 2 Direct. That might be where we see it again. But if not, then it might be later than that.
Turning the tide of battle in its favor.
But yeah, Pokemon are so each move gets buffed. So I don't necessarily see maybe these seem to all be attacks and maybe status moves don't get a buff. Or I wonder what that circle means. Because that's meant to be the timer, like the Mega Evolution timer, but rather than just have the Mega Evolution icon instead. Yeah, the Mega Evolution timer when a Pokemon faints. Oh, even Pokemon that are within the surrounding environment also get hit by attacks as well. So even if they're not in battle, they will also get knocked out. And then even you can even catch them as well afterwards.
As Lumio continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences.
I'm going to assume that's AZ's office. Is that a photo of him? Maybe that's a photo of him right there. Or maybe this is not even. No, maybe it is AZ. It could be Looker. Maybe. What did Looker's? Hold on, we're gonna have to. We haven't seen Looker in a while. Last time we saw Looker was in Sun and Moon, though. Oh my gosh. So this video, uploaded by ZFL810. Let's see if that room might be the same. You have oh my gosh, this is Looker's room. This is Looker's office. Yo. So who? What is that photo then? But that is Looker's office. Oh my gosh, we're actually gonna see Looker again. I'm really happy about this. We haven't seen Looker for a while. We haven't seen Looker for 8 years now. I guess. Well, I didn't play Ultra Sun and Moon, so if Looker is in Ultra Sun and Moon, then it would have been 7 years. But we haven't seen Looker for almost near a decade. Wow, that'll be dope. Yeah, same floor and everything.
Pokémon Legends ZA. Coming late 2025.
And now within this trailer, the only thing that we saw of the Prism Tower was the base floor, which was home to the several boutiques. But then this trailer we see, okay, here's the Lumiose Tower promotion match announcement. And it's at the Prism Tower. These logos and stuff. He was an Ultra fan. Okay, so it's been 7 years since we last seen him. Let me see. Okay, this is what I want to see. This logo here, not the logo here, but the font, I believe. I was thinking that this might be the same here. It is not, well, you have like the kind of half, you have an almost whole circle. No, it doesn't seem exactly the same. But it is akin to like the same type of design. And I don't even know what this says. I don't know if it's different per city. No, I think that's a region thing. Okay, that's a region. So this just might be, so this would be like the league. It looks closer to the Galar logo. There's a Galar. There's no like text things on here, so I think the most that we could just say is just that, yeah, this is going to be their version of like a gym challenge, which means that good that, you know, there's gyms, but I think they're called promotional battles. I wonder if that's promotional battles for the sense of yourself as a trainer or upgrading the entire city. And I would think it would be the entire city, because, you know, the Prism Tower is at the center of the city. You also had what was it? What's his name? Clement. Clement was the gym leader that was in Clement was the gym leader that was in the Prism Tower. So what I'm going to theorize without much basis is that there is something wrong with the outside of Kalos. The only way that we're really able to develop Kalos is kind of from the epicenter, which would be the Lumiose City, by connecting Pokemon and connecting humans together, or maybe back together, because maybe story-wise there were more effects after the endings of X and Y. There's going to be some sort of balance shift, the fact that, you know, Zygarde is meant to keep the balance of the environment. With the league, perhaps it will be the case that the gym leaders or a new set of gym leaders that were intended to be on the outside of Lumiose City are coming into Lumiose City, and those will be your gym challenges. Your gym challenges are going to be those gym leaders coming to the Prism Tower, and you're battling them there. And then if you win that battle, it'll be a promotion battle that maybe either just changes the type of Pokemon that you'll see within the environment, or makes the environment bigger, or makes there more wild zones, or increases the density of the wild zones. Maybe you'll be able to go further, like as in like in the, like there will be like underground areas or different or surfing areas or something like that. So like, you know, if you beat the water gym challenge, now you're able to go surf within the city, things like that. Or it could be the case that you actually will have the potential to go outside of Lumiose City. I think that one is a lot less likely, since in press releases they have stated with specific wording that yes, it is like a Lumiose, a journey that takes place entirely within Lumiose City. So what I think might be the case is that you'll be with these promotional battles, you'll be able to see different parts of Lumio City evolve, whether that be, you know, more horizontal, I mean vertical what's the word? Vertical environmental transportation, or transportation or movement, or which I think vertical going up, or also vertical going down, as I'm like seeing the under depths of Kalos, maybe even seeing, because the fact that like those like the tree of life thing or whatever, tree of death thing that Lysander erupted came from the ground. Team Flare's whole base of operations came from the ground. Perhaps the idea is to, oh hey, we're gonna take us underground to kind of see what maybe potentially remains of the things that happened in Kalos back in the X and Y day. That's probably as far as I think I could take it with the information that we have so far. Players can catch wild Pokemon living in wild zones or out and about in Lumio City by aiming a Pokeball at them and letting it fly. Some Pokemon will flee immediately if they spot the player, meaning players should hide out of sight or approach from behind to make themselves harder to notice. Players can also battle to lower their HP, making them easier to catch. In previous video game series titles, Pokemon actions were turn-based. In Pokemon Legends ZA, trainers and their Pokemon will move around in real time during battles, and Pokemon will unleash their moves when a trainer commands them to. New gameplay mechanics include precise timing for swapping out Pokemon or using moves. The different lengths of time moves will take to launch, and the total area the moves will impact. I assume that you probably can't do this in battles, though. Specifically, the swapping out Pokemon aspect, maybe. I feel like that'd be too busted. But if the enemy can do it too, or if the opposing trainer can do it too, that'd be dope. While visiting Lumio City, players will stay in an old hotel named Hotel Z and encounter the hotel owner AZ plus his partner Pokemon Eternal Flower Floette, an unusual float that holds a black flower. This hotel will serve as the player's base of operations as experience all sorts of adventures in Lumio City alongside new and exciting characters such as Urbane and Tawny, and new friend players will make it throughout their adventures. Their appearance players at the beginning of the game will determine which of the two of them meet. Oh, excuse me. In Lumio City, trainers will sometimes be able to see Pokemon undergo Mega Evolution, kind of evolution that transcends standard evolution. Effectively using Mega Evolution will likely be key to victory in Pokemon battle. And if we go to video games, we're probably gonna see art. Logo. Also, just logos, no art yet. No art. Yeah. Go for Legends ZA stuff. Okay, here that's great. Okay, we got a map. Story begins with a sightseeing trip to Lumio City, so we kind of just end up getting wrapped into it. While visiting Lumio City during your travels, you'll come to stay in an old hotel named Hotel Z. This hotel, yeah, okay, we've heard this before. The footage from uploader Habib Jackson as reference. Almost. If you look at the blue side, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, that one almost looks similar to the Hammerlock station. In general, the font, the typeface looks similar. If we can go inside. You get more kind of similar typefacing or like type design, but it's hard to say if this is meant to be something that is specific between the regions or if this is just meant to be for Pokemon in general. Like the station, because really the goal would be trying to match up any of the locations or any of the text locations. That would be like, oh, okay, it's literally, you literally were able to travel from Galar to contextually, not to judge and be able to do it in game, but contextually you were traveling from Galar to Lumio City and Kalos. But it doesn't seem completely like text, just the design of the text. So they'll analyze the map last. But yeah, as I was saying, with like, you know, AZ's hotel having growth. The density of the environment is really nice. I'm very happy about the way this game looks right now. Really good. Those are some interesting window designs. Wow. Oh, here's the art of the trainers. Nice. Is it Mizutani? Maybe? The designs look more... Well, they do go back to kind of the Pokemon style that we've known for years now, as introduced kind of within X and Y. I feel like this really hits more on the Scarlet and Violet designs, but the texture of them leans a lot more into Sugimori and Megumi Mizutani's artwork. It renders these design, their designs as well. Is that oh, I love that AZ art. Wow. This is a man who stands over 9 feet tall. He's the owner of Hotel Z and claims to be 3,000 years old. He quietly harbors a strong determination. I wonder what his intent is beyond just owning the hotel. And I like that it's a blend of like like I was stating before, usually that's like, oh, blue goes to the boy, pink goes to the pink, or red goes to the girl. But yet you kind of already have it being the case that they're wearing both. I really like that. Also, are the pro tags wearing? Oh, the pro tags are wearing their Mega Breach. I wonder in the footage when you okay, so this could be taken at any point within the game, but seems that you start out with the Mega Bracelet, which is interesting. I wonder how early, if that's just part of the character's design, or they're just giving it to you with expectation that okay, you're gonna wear it now, but later down the line you actually will unlock it. That could be the case. It's not just that, but it's strange that they have it immediately in all footage. We don't ever see them without it. We have Jet's art. There's a sea of Quasartico, a large corporation driving Lumis's urban redevelopment plan with the aim of shaping the city into one that belongs to both people and Pokemon. It seems she hoped to deepen the bonds between Pokemon and people. I'm sorry I failed to properly. And then oh, okay, so that's a Pancham and Paneri in his hair. That's cute. It really it's his very kind of intimidating demeanor is offset by having this cute stuff in his hair. That's adorable. Ooh. I wonder if he uses oh, wait a minute. I think they might be related. There's not much to go with, but the blue eyes, blonde hair, and then the ahoge. I feel like that is possible. And the fact that, Quasartico, he literally was the gym leader of the prison of Lumio City. It would make perfect sense if they're related. That would just make perfect total sense if they're related. And then so actually you are talking about Zygarde, even though you really didn't show any of it in the trailer too much. Zygarde is made up of a multitude of cell-like components and changes from depending on how many of these components have gathered together. Its brain is made up of the few existing Zygarde cores, while the rest of its body is comprised of Zygarde cells, which are far more plentiful. It seems to have taken a special interest in you. What could its connection to the story be? The bodyguard is really Pangoro-esque. That's true too, yeah. With the sideburns. Or I guess side beard, the flared side beard. I can see it a lot. The power of Mega Evolution. Yeah. Yep. Once again, still just seeing. Oh, wait, no. Mega Sableye was Oras. Yeah. Okay. So it might just be the case that all Mega Evolutions will just be here. Here are more examples, not all of them. So, okay. I really thought it was just gonna be the case of X and Y, but I don't recall seeing Sableye in the trailer. But I'm pretty sure we did see Altaria, and I just kind of forgot because Altaria's Mega Evolution already really feels like something that could come from Kalos. I kind of just forget that it's not. Okay. And now for the last thing that we're gonna check is the map, which is at a nice. It could be bigger, but it's a nice resolution nonetheless. So, oh, excuse me. You know, see different Pokemon. You have the Ace Trainer, I believe that was the Trainer class. We've really seen Pokemon and humans interact in a way like never before. Really excited about it. Gosh, sorry. Prism Tower. So you're able to see where the different Pokemon are going to be at. Now, where's the AZ Hotel? We have Quasartico here. Quasartico's on the top left. You have. I don't recall what this building is. Let me look up Lumia City landmark. Oh, that's totally forgot about the Pokemon VR Studios. Sycamore Lab. Sycamore Lab was on the edge. And that was. We had a compass. But with the waterway, we can actually see. So the waterway is. So we're looking at it this way. Looking at it this way. And because the diagonal of it is going this way, just like the other map. So that means that Sycamore's lab would be potentially this building right here, right where you see like this half Pokeball logo. This is probably where Sycamore's lab is, if Sycamore is even there. And then Quasartico is where so kind of where the Lysander Cafe would have been, seemingly, or in that section of the Lysander Cafe. On near like kind of or Cafe Triste. Cafe Triste. Then you have Cafe Hotel Rich Sam. I don't know how you pronounce it. Sam. That hotel that's over there is not simply AC's hotel. That building design looks very completely different. Where would an AC's hotel even be? I'm trying to. It's a building with overgrowth. Perhaps it's behind Lumio's tower, and that's why we're not able to see it. I put the Prism Tower. I keep. And then the last. Oh yeah, VR Studios would have been over here, but it doesn't seem to be here at all anymore. And the last would be. Oh, what's his Looker's office? Looker. North Boulevard. So over here to the north, so like kind of where you see Hoenn Edge and that person standing over there, kind of be around where the Looker's Boulevard. Looker's Bureau. You kind of don't see any indication. All right. I think with all of that, we are good to call it a day. We did we went through pretty much an hour of analyzation on different types of footage. I think the fact that they showed Looker means that he's going to play a part into the story, definitely. You don't show that office that's literally almost beat for beat the exact same design, and have Looker not be involved. So he's probably going to play a part in the story, or maybe it won't be Looker, but the girl that he was working with, the girl who with the helmet and all that stuff. Essentia. That's right, Essentia. Emma. So I think perhaps maybe Emma's taken over now, while Looker's still potentially in Alola. That could be the case. But that's as far as we'll go for today. We've done this for about an hour, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this Pokemon Day. Pokemon Presents with me. We got a lot done to look at, and now going any further in the background of what we think could possibly happen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, spending time with me this morning, early in the morning, really, to just get the new Pokemon news. So more to talk about with like Pokemon Champions, really. Maybe I'll do a video on that as well, because really what my interest lies in there is with its price point. But other than that, I think we are good to call it a day. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Pokemon Day Presents with me. If you would like to, you can support us via our Patreon down in the description below. Check us out on Twitter, but also on Blue Sky. I link both my Blue Sky and Source Gaming's Blue Sky for you to check out and follow us there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for always remembering to return to